Hello students, the next topic we have here is approaches to CSS layout. Let us see which are the different approaches to CSS layout. Prior to that, one of the main problems faced by web designers is that the size of the screen used to view the page can vary quite a bit. Okay, so the designers who are creating web pages, for them the greatest challenge will be always the size of the screen used to view the page. That may vary from one system to the other system or from one device to another device. 21-inch widescreen monitor will display 1920 into 1080 pixels. Okay, and older iPhone with 3.5 screen will have a resolution of 320 into 480 pixels. Okay, so here you can see this is a smaller, this is a bigger widescreen monitor, and iPhones usually will have older iPhones will have 3.5 screen. Okay, so satisfying both user can be difficult. The approach to take for one type of site content might not work as well with another site with different content. Okay, as the resolution size varies, okay, resolution of the screen varies and their width also varies, so it will be very difficult as to how the content will appear, how the content of a web page will appear for a wide screen as well as the smaller screen. Okay, so it is very difficult for a web designer to decide as to which layout can be used so that it appears properly on a wide screen as well as on a smaller screen. So let us see which are those approaches. So most designers take one of the two basic approaches to dealing with the problems of screen size. So we have three approaches here to overcome those above problems, which are the fixed layout, liquid layout and hybrid layout. Okay, so a web designer can make use of any of these three layouts. Let us see what these three layouts mean. First we have here is the fixed layout. In a fixed layout, the basic width of the design is set by a designer, typically corresponding to an ideal width based on a typical monitor resolution. Okay, so usually typical monitor resolution or an ideal monitor resolution is taken as the ideal width for a fixed layout. Okay, usually what all monitors everybody will be having, that width is taken as here for a fixed layout. Okay, so the advantage of a fixed layout is that it is easier to produce and generally has a predictable visual result. Okay, so it is very easier to produce because most of the elements will have fixed sizes, they'll not have vary sizes, and the visual result will be predictable. That means you can predict that this particular element will look like this on a particular monitor. Okay, but this fixed layout have their own drawbacks. So for larger screen, there may be an excessive amount of blank space to the left and to the right of the content. Okay, but other than the ideal monitor screen, user is using a larger screen, then the content of the web page, in the content of the web page there will be an excessive amount of blank space to the left and right of the content. Okay, to the left and right of the content, and it is also optimized for typical desktop monitors. However, as more and more users visits are happening via the smaller mobile devices, then that also might be a disadvantage. If you're using a typical desktop monitor with the ideal fixed width, then the content will be properly seen. But if the users are visiting that site using smaller mobile devices, then the content will go on shrinking. Okay, much worse is when the browser window shrinks below the fixed width. Okay, if the browser content shrinks below the fixed width, the user will have to horizontally scroll to see all the content. Okay, if the user is visiting in a mobile and he is not able to see that content, then he has to horizontally move the mobile so that he can view the content, because the browser size goes on shrinking and you have kept a size which is fixed. So if you all are using larger screen, there will be excessive blank space to the left and right of the content, and if you are using smaller mobile devices, the browser size goes on shrinking, and you have to move your mobile devices horizontally to view it properly. Okay, here is an example of a fixed layout. Okay, here is an example of fixed layout. Here browser, you can see here there is extra space left to the right. Okay, extra space is left to the right, and also extra space is left to the left as well as the right. Okay, if as the window size goes on increasing, there will be more space to the left as well as the right. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of fixed layout, and here you can see they are not adaptable to a smaller viewport. Okay, the problem with fixed layout is that they don't adapt to smaller viewport, and the image as well as the content size will be fixed. They go on shrinking, and the visibility will be a problem here. Okay, so next we have here is the liquid layout. Okay, in a liquid layout, it is also called as a fluid layout. Widths are not specified using pixels but percentage values. Okay, in a fixed layout, they make use of pixel measurement, but here in liquid layout, also called as fluid layout, width are specified in terms of percentage values. In terms of percentage values, advantage of using liquid layout is that it adapts to different browser sizes. Okay, it adapts to different browser sizes. Disadvantage of liquid layout is that liquid layout can be more difficult to create because some elements such as images have fixed pixel sizes. Okay, so there will be some elements which will be having fixed pixel sizes. So in such time, the liquid layout will be more difficult to create because those fixed pixel sizes will not reduce their size, they will remain fixed. Okay, then that time it will not fit into that particular browser. Okay, the next is the line length. The line length, which is an important contributing factor to readability, may become too long or too short based on the browser size. Okay, as it is a liquid layout and you are giving a percentage value, the line length of the content which is there, they may become too long or too short, and it may be difficult for readability. That means users may not able to read it properly because the change in the line length. This is an example for liquid layout. Fluid layouts are based on the browser window. Okay, so whatever your browser window is there, based on that the content goes on displaying. However, elements can get too spread out as browser expands. Okay, so if you have created a website web page for using a liquid layout, and if you are seeing that in a mobile, then it's fine. But if you are going on seeing it onto a monitor, the elements can get too spread out as the browser expands. Okay, so this is a disadvantage of a liquid layout. Although it is more flexible with all of the mobile sizes, but as the browser window goes on expanding, their elements will also become too spread out. Okay, so third layout we have here is the hybrid layout. Hybrid layout combines both pixel and percentage measurements. The previous layouts which we had, fixed layout is using pixel measurement, liquid layout is using percentage measurement, but here hybrid layout combines both the measurement, that is pixel as well as percentage measurement. Fixed pixel measurements might make sense for a sidebar column containing mainly graphic advertising images that must always be displayed and which always are of the same width. Now if the sidebar column of a particular web page where we'll be having advertising images or something like that, for those elements you can keep fixed pixel measurement. Okay, fixed pixel measurement or images which they say, images which is there, those all you can use pixel measurements. And percentage could make more sense for the main content or navigation areas with perhaps min and max size limits in pixel sets. So percentages which are there, they can be used for other elements such as navigation area or for the main content which we have written in the web page. For them you can give percentage values, or for navigation elements which helps to move from one page to another page of a particular website, for those all you can give percentage measurements. So the hybrid layout is the combination of both and the well preferred layout because it uses the pixel measurement as well as the percentage measurements. So it will fit in a larger widescreen as well as a smaller screen. So this was about the topic CSS layout and its three types: fixed layout, liquid layout and hybrid layout.